Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys and gals, depending on what part of the world you're in, what time you're watching this. This is Chris, the Watch Lounge, coming at you with another video. Today's video is, as mentioned, the highly awaited marathon G-SAR. As I mentioned, this is the first time I have a marathon on my channel, and I would like to thank Snuggle Tummy on Instagram. I will leave his Instagram down there. He is part of Random Rob's Patreon group. He was kind enough to lend this out to me, even though he was selling it. He sold it to David, another Patreon group member, and David was kind enough to let me review it, so I appreciate it, guys. I'll send this out to you, David, as soon as I get done with this review here. Quick wristwatch check. I am indeed wearing the Zanea, the yellow diver. Pretty cool diver. For full review of this guy coming up soon. But on to this watch. This watch is one that I've been wanting to check out for a little while now, guys. I don't know why I have never gotten one or bought one myself. This may end up being one that I may end up picking up myself for the channel. That's how much I like it, guys. This thing is really killer. It's definitely a beast of a watch. You can definitely tell it's on the wrist, but it's not overly so, if that makes sense. It definitely has wrist presence, but this is a great everyday watch, and I see why a lot of the guys pick this as their everyday watch. This watch you can beat around, and you can tell you can beat it around, and you don't have to really worry about it. Now, the one thing I noticed, and some people have mentioned, is just because of the way the shape of the case is, it does sit a little high on the wrist, but it's not overly bad. Now, I will show you a side-by-side of this, and what it looks like. But this is a solid watch, especially for the price range. Now, some might think it averages, depending on which one you get, around $960 to $1,300, and I definitely recommend that you get this marathon bracelet. These are really comfortable, guys. Action on them is really great, and these are really comfortable on the wrist. So I definitely suggest spending extra money, get the bracelet. There you can see the case back. Nothing too crazy on the case back. And again, these are issued. These are Canadian owned, Swiss made, but they are issued to U.S. government, the actual U.S. government, and also to Canadian Armed Forces and Israeli Armed Forces and other countries around the world, guys. So you know these are tough watches, solid, reliable watches. They use tritium tubes. I wish my iPhone could show lume shots, because the lume on this is pretty killer. Like right here at night at 12 o'clock, it has like a little different orange on the pit right here, which is cool compared to the rest of the green. Almost kind of like Ball does their watches. And these range from anywhere from $900 to $60 to $1,300. I've seen these on Long Island Watch, and I've also seen these on Nomon, which you can't go wrong with either of those places. You know, those are two places I recommend buying from. I bought from in the past and have never had a problem with either of them. You can't go wrong with Long Island or Nomon, guys. Now, on the inner circle here, you can see the normal, it's pretty clean overall dial. Nothing too busy. This is a 300 meter water resistant with a flat sapphire crystal screw down crown. Nothing too fancy here. And the grip on the crown is actually pretty decent, just because of the way they make it. And again, this is a 41 millimeter version. I believe they do have a 36 millimeter version out too, and there is also a newer white dial out, which I would like to see the white dial as well. And then you can see that little nuclear symbol there, which I think is for the U.S. the nuclear department. I can't remember the name of the branch, guys. Comment down there if you remember, or if you know. And it does have 20 millimeter lugs, so this thing is a strap monster. Bezel action is pretty good, really solid. You can hear that click. And again, I just can't say enough praise about this watch, because it's just a killer overall watch. And this would, if you wanted one watch, if you could do the one watch thing, this would be able to do it all. It's a dive watch. You can put all kind of different NATOs on and all kind of different straps, and it looks great on anything, guys. I will show you what it looks like on my 7.5-inch wrist. And again, it is 41 millimeters, and I believe it is about 14 millimeters thick. So again, you can see how it sets on the wrist, but it's not overly so, because it's almost like a cushion style case, so it wears really well. You can definitely tell it's on the wrist, and this is what it looks like on my 7.5-inch wrist. Like I said, I can't say enough praise about this watch, guys. I have a feeling one is definitely going to end up in my collection. at some point that might be one of the ones while I'm consolidating that I buy, just because it does make a great everyday wear piece, guys. So versatile, and it's a tough watch, guys. You don't really have to worry about it, especially if you live an active lifestyle. That 300-meter water resistant sapphire crystal, everything else, guys. Like I said, let me know down in the comments below. Are you getting a marathon? Have you had a marathon, or are you thinking about getting one? And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do a lot of content daily. I do live streams. Last night I had my buddy Ace on there. If you want to go back and check that out, pretty cool guy. It was a cool stream, and I will be doing a lot more reviews like this, guys, coming up. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.